Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for all those in London that don't know what happens to the white man.
A flood of videos showing people getting knocked out at a Diddy party is circulating online, and it's painting a pretty disturbing picture. The footage is raising eyebrows, especially given the rumors about what allegedly happened to some of the guests who were heavily intoxicated. It's hard to ignore the growing chatter about these incidents, especially considering the buzz surrounding a particular guest, Kidada Jones, who supposedly managed to avoid something truly awful that night thanks, in large part, to Diddy's intervention. The situation has left people speculating about what
When he comes to a P. Diddy party, this is what happens to the white man.
really went down and whether there's more beneath the surface. With Diddy's name already attached to numerous controversial stories, these latest revelations are only adding fuel to the fire. It seems like every day, new details or videos emerge, further complicating the narrative and raising serious questions about what kind of environment was fostered at the event. Fans and onlookers alike are left wondering just how much truth there is to the whispers about reckless behavior, and whether more stories of close calls, like Kidada Jones, will continue to surface, shedding light on the unsettling happenings at these exclusive parties.
Did Puffy see her about to drink out that bottle, yo? He wasn't trying to stop her? He was gonna let her drink out that bottle like that?
Yeah, no, I ain't stopping.
That's out of pocket, man. So he was really about to let her drink out that.
Before we dive into what allegedly happened between Diddy and Kidada, there's a major update regarding his legal troubles. Diddy now has far more to worry about than just Kidada's claims. High-profile Texas attorney Tony Busby recently announced that he's representing over 100 individuals in a series of lawsuits against Diddy. In a public statement, Busby vowed to expose some as early as 1991. One of the youngest victims was just 9 years old, with claims of assaults occurring at Diddy's parties, held at well-known venues, private residences, and hotels, often marking album releases or New Year's Eve celebrations. The magnitude of these allegations continues to grow, casting a dark shadow over Diddy's reputation and raising alarming questions about what transpired at these events. In addition to the lawsuits surrounding Diddy's notorious parties, further disturbing claims have come to light. Attorney Tony Busby provided shocking examples, including one from a man who alleges Diddy promised to make him a star, but only after he visited Diddy alone without his parents. Once they were in a private setting, Diddy allegedly asked him to perform an explicit act. Another case Busby highlighted involved a 15-year-old girl who claimed she was flown to New York for a Diddy-hosted party, where she was assaulted by him and others. The lawyer emphasized a pattern, or modus operandi, in which victims were allegedly given spiked drinks before being assaulted. These accounts paint a dark and unsettling picture of Diddy's behavior. With over 120 new cases surfacing, his impending trial could become one of the largest and most significant in modern history. The allegations seem to grow more severe by the day, casting a long shadow over his public persona. As for Kidada, it remains uncertain whether she will officially speak out, though many suspect her situation with Diddy, which reportedly involved his intentions to harm her, was linked to tensions surrounding Tupac Shakur. Even former associates like Gandel have spoken about this issue, hinting at deeper connections to past conflicts involving Shakur. The scandal continues to unravel, revealing more about Diddy's troubling past. There have long been rumors that Diddy was fixated on Tupac Shakur, to the point where he allegedly tried to emulate him in nearly every way. According to Gandil, Diddy's obsession with Tupac went far beyond admiration. He reportedly started copying Tupac's style, dressing like him, and even pursuing the same women Tupac was involved with. One example mentioned was Sarah Chapman, who had a relationship with Tupac before Diddy began dating her. Similarly, it's been alleged that actress Sally Richardson Whitfield was romantically involved with Tupac before Diddy entered the picture. But the fixation didn't stop there. There are also claims that Diddy's interest in Kidada Jones was fueled by the fact that she had previously dated Tupac. It's been suggested that Diddy wanted Kidada specifically because of her connection to Tupac, which further highlights his strange desire to mirror the late rapper's life. These reports paint a picture of Diddy not only trying to rival Tupac in the music world but also in his personal life, seemingly driven by a desire to outdo or replicate Tupac's legacy at every turn, adding another layer of complexity to Diddy's controversial image.
But nobody know why Pac and Puff fell out like they did. You understand what I'm saying?
Gene Deal, a former bodyguard for Diddy, has also shared disturbing accounts of an encounter between Kidada Jones and Diddy. According to Deal, Diddy once demanded that Kidada drink his urine, a shocking detail that adds to the list of troubling stories surrounding Diddy's behavior. Deal's recollections of events from the East Coast-West Coast rap feud of the late 90s provide a backdrop to these incidents. He specifically mentioned witnessing tense moments between Diddy, Tupac, and Suge Knight during this heated period. Deal recalled one particular incident where he and Diddy ran into Tupac and Suge while driving. This was during the height of Tupac and Biggie's infamous beef, and the atmosphere was charged. According to Deal, when Diddy attempted to initiate a conversation with Tupac, the rapper completely ignored him, making it clear that there was significant tension between them. The hostility in that moment was palpable, underscoring the deep animosity between the East and West Coast factions. Deal also alluded to the fact that Diddy had opportunities to de-escalate the conflict during that time, but instead he seemed to let things spiral further, contributing to the toxic atmosphere of the rap rivalry. Deal also mentioned that Diddy had a chance to put an end to the Biggie and Tupac feud but chose not to. He recalled a particular award show where Diddy was expecting to win Producer of the Year. When someone else took the award instead, Diddy became furious.
Look at that. Look. Would you get a drink at his head? And that's James from Simeon Mobile Disco. He is an actual D.
In his anger, he reportedly refused to leave the event, and in a bizarre act of frustration, urinated into a pitcher. This moment further illustrates Diddy's unpredictable behavior during that tumultuous period, driven by ego and a refusal to back down, even in situations that called for de-escalation.
I don't think it was an incident, it was just a situation. We were at either how I could...
According to Deal's account, the situation took an even more disturbing turn after Diddy's act of urinating in the pitcher. Kidada Jones, unaware of what had happened, approached the table where they were seated and reached for the pitcher to pour herself a drink. Shockingly, Diddy made no attempt to stop her. He didn't warn her or intervene in any way. In fact, Jean claimed that Diddy was perfectly content to watch her drink from the pitcher, showing a complete lack of concern for her well-being.
I could be down, or it was Jack the Rapper, one of them. And they was giving Producer of the Year. Puff didn't want to...
The sheer disregard for Kidada in that moment, according to Deal, was deeply troubling. Diddy's willingness to let her unknowingly drink from something he had defiled speaks to a disturbing dynamic of power and control. It wasn't just the act itself, but the fact that he seemed to relish the idea of her consuming it without knowledge. This incident adds yet another unsettling layer to the troubling stories surrounding Diddy's behavior at that time, leaving many questioning just how far he was willing to go for his own twisted amusement. The combination of arrogance and cruelty in this particular incident has left a lasting mark on those who have heard Jean's retelling.
Jones' daughter, I think it's Kidada Jones or whatever like that, she came to the table. And she was just talking to Puff, everything like that. She was talking to Puff. And then next thing you know...
According to Deal, it was actually Wolf, another member of Diddy's crew, who stepped in and stopped Kidada from drinking the contaminated pitcher. Wolf reportedly told her, "No, you don't want to drink that. You don't want to drink that stuff," and prevented her from taking a sip. When Kidada asked why, no one responded, but the truth was that Diddy had urinated in the ginger.
Do you think Puffy knew she was dating Tupac? Because that sounds personal, man. It sounds like he was gonna let her drink his urine because he felt the type of way that she was with Tupac.
Or whatever was in the bottle, and she had been moments away from drinking it. The reason behind Diddy's hostility toward Kidada allegedly stemmed from her relationship with Tupac. There are claims that Diddy not only wanted Kidada for himself, but also had a strange fixation on Tupac, which added another layer to the animosity. The question arises, did Diddy know about her relationship with Tupac? It certainly seems personal, as if Diddy was willing to let her drink his urine out of resentment for her being involved with Tupac. The whole situation feels calculated, almost like Diddy was using it as a twisted form of revenge or dominance because of his unresolved feelings about Tupac. This level of bitterness suggests just how deep the rivalry between Diddy and Tupac ran in both their personal and professional lives.
Yeah, dog, that industry close, you know, I could tell you many of girls.
Superhead mentioned a lot in her book, including how many of the same women would be involved with these high-profile men. Tupac, for instance, was engaged to Kidada Jones. Their relationship, however, had a rocky start.
That's married to rappers, that's been with rappers, with this one and that one, that I used to put in the cab.
Before they became close, Pac had openly criticized Kidada's father, Quincy Jones, in an interview where he expressed his views on interracial relationships and mixed-race children.
Every morning at 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? From Puff House. So
This sparked outrage from Kidada's sister, Rashida Jones, who publicly slammed Tupac in an article, questioning his morals and his lack of respect for their father. Federal agents have strategically coordinated their efforts to avoid duplicating work, making them aware of the ongoing developments.
they all do the same chicks, man. Your girl Superhead put that in a book.
This collaboration facilitates access to crucial federal documents, providing them with insights into whom Metro investigators have interviewed and other key witnesses. Given Diddy's long-standing animosity towards Tupac, it's understandable that he would also harbor ill feelings towards Kidada, Tupac's fiancée, especially in the months leading up to Tupac's untimely demise. However, Diddy's alleged desire to humiliate Kidada is troubling and raises serious questions about his character. With Diddy now facing 120 new lawsuits, the public is left to ponder the implications of these developments. This sparked outrage from Kidada's sister, Rashida Jones, who publicly slammed Tupac in an article, questioning his morals and his lack of respect for their father. Federal agents have strategically coordinated their efforts to avoid duplicating work, making them aware of the ongoing developments. This collaboration facilitates access to crucial federal documents, providing them with insights into whom Metro investigators have interviewed and other key witnesses. Given Diddy's long-standing animosity towards Tupac, it's understandable that he would also harbor ill feelings towards Kidada, Tupac's fiancée, especially in the months leading up to Tupac's untimely demise. However, Diddy's alleged desire to humiliate Kidada is troubling and raises serious questions about his character. With Diddy now facing 120 new lawsuits, the public is left to ponder the implications of these developments. What are your thoughts on Diddy's actions towards Kidada and the staggering number of legal challenges he is currently facing? Share your opinions in the comments below.